Welcome, everyone, to another exciting episode of a Backwoods News Bite. Got some sweet tank gameplay with a few Battlefield buds. Got data on the stick here, and I'm just doing my job. That's all I'm doing. So welcome, folks. Thank you so much for joining me. And this is an episode of the Last of Us discussion. Okay, this is going to be a spoiler-free discussion. I'm going to try and make it spoiler-free, but I have seen the Graceland. I have seen how beautiful things are in The Last of Us, multiplayer and story. I'm absolutely stunned, and I'm really stunned to see all of these perfect 10s, a masterpiece. Even IGN, that's right, IGN gave it a perfect score. And that really proves that this is going to be a great game. And it's arguably one of the greatest games ever made for the PS3. And that's a pretty bold statement because you got a lot of really good games, really good exclusives that has come out for the PS3. But I'm going to have to agree with that statement. As bold as it is, I'm going to have to agree. I think The Last of Us is going to be a game changer. It is going to set new bars for survival horror, and God, they just did a fantastic job. I mean, I'll get into a few things, but again, I'm gonna try and be lighthearted with things. I'm not gonna try and spoil it for you, but just the multiplayer aspect, what I have seen, and I want to go ahead and get it out of the way, that the only thing I have seen besides the Spanish version that is constantly being torn down and somebody re-uploads it, and it's an inevitable process, you know, it just gets torn down every day. But there is some gameplay going around provided by COD 5 Devil, and people are just raping his gameplay. I mean, they're capturing it with their little Roxio PC capture, whatever they got, and they're uploading it as their own, and it's making me sick. It's making me sick. I've already informed COD 5 Devil, you know, just to let you know there's people taking your gameplay and saying it's theirs. But, you know, and that's another shady thing. Why are you guys, I mean, those of you out there that do that, I know you're just trying to get the word out, but you got to give them credit. You have to say it's not my gameplay, and you can't be commentating over it like it's yours. It's unethical. I mean, you were robbing people of their material, of their content, and that's just, in my mind, that's not right. I mean, that's pretty shady. It's pretty scandalous too. But yeah, the multiplayer gameplay I've seen, you can't really find a match because the servers aren't even open until Thursday, and that's what I'm hearing. But it is a private match gameplay, and it's just him running around through the different classes. He shows you some of the unlockables, the customized options, and it's really in depth. You know, those of you who are big fans of Naughty Dog and Uncharted series, it's maybe not as in-depth as the customizable options as in Uncharted 3, but it's as good. It is just as good, okay? It's not better, but it's just as good. And that was a close call. I don't know what that jet was thinking. But, yeah, it looks really smooth. I mean, all the options, you got in-game crafting options. And that's another thing I wanted to get into, was the crafting and the elements that it's going to provide in the single player, and it's going to carry over into the multiplayer. And let's just go ahead and get started with the multiplayer. Yes, it is going to be kind of like DayZ. And what I've seen, okay, I've slowed down the multiplayer reveal trailer, kind of did a rewind trailer, a critique, as some would call it, and just some of the screenshots, the malaria outbreak, the dysentery outbreak, and that's pretty much everybody in your clan gets the grizzly shits, you know, explosive diarrhea, and dehydrate yourself and you die. But you know, seeing the Firefly attack, the Marauder attack, all these different game modes that can you survive 12 weeks, and that's going to be tough with some of these game modes. I think they've only released 9 screenshots, so we really don't know what the other 3 are yet. But yeah, that looks really, really exciting. I mean, seeing these guys battle over supplies and building up your clan, and yeah, when you start, you either join the militia or the Fireflies, the Hunters, I think they're called, but they're pretty much, you know, mercenaries. But yeah, it looks really interesting seeing how this faction list is gonna play out, and you know, what faction are you guys going to be joining? Okay, I mean, that's what I want to know, because You know, I don't want the whole damn server and everybody join as a Fireflies. You know what I mean? I don't know how they're going to balance that out, because there is that possibility of that issue where, you know, one side gets singled out. You know, they get more clan members than the other side. I wonder how they're going to do that. But I think I'm going to go as the Hunters, okay? Because it is a merciless, vicious clan, and you know, and then the Fireflies are based on political beliefs and restructure. So, I mean, I'm a bad boy. I'm a bad boy, and I don't have any business being along with the good guys. I really don't. But, yeah, moving on back into the storyline, it is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, the first 15 minutes is a very emotional cutscene. And it's kind of like, you know, Naughty Dog is infamous for live action cutscenes. They blend it so perfectly, you don't even know you're really playing it. Look, it's so seamless. It's amazing. But the first 15-20 minutes, I mean, it'll jerk around on your strings there a little bit, man. It's pretty violent, it's visceral, and you see how things go down, you know, before the pandemic, 20 years. You know, you see how it starts, and just seeing Joel, you know, such a light-hearted guy, a loving father, and, you know, seeing him 20 years later, and he's just a rough, rugged, merciless black marketeer. You know, he has zero tolerance, and yeah, it just, the first 20 minutes blew me away. But even myself, I didn't want to spoil the game too much for me, but I couldn't resist. I'm not going to lie. I ended up watching too much, okay? I ended up watching a little too much than what I originally came to watch, because I was expecting for it to be torn down any minute. So when I upload the next walkthrough, I'd be like, I'll be damned, I guess I'm going to watch this one too. And I finally made it to walkthrough 5, and it was torn down. And the rest of them were all torn down. So roughly, at 15-minute intervals, I think I saw roughly the first hour and a half of the game. And yeah, it's just, yeah, I mean, no spoilers. I ain't going to ruin it for you guys, but I kind of ruined it for myself, but that's okay. You know, I wanted to check out the first 2 hours to make sure I don't make the same mistakes as the guy that provided the gameplay did, because he had no idea what he was doing. So, you know, I kind of cheated a little bit, so I already know what's going on in the first 2 hours. So the gameplay I provide to you guys, and that's another reminder, I will have gameplay, okay, for you guys as soon as possible. Okay, I get off work, say, 2 o'clock Friday, and I'm already checking my GameStop. It turns out, here in southern Indiana, the Midwest, land of the corn, is not going to have a midnight release for the last... Are you kidding me right now? The game is receiving perfect 10s across the board. It's got over 30 10s on Metacritic right now. That's amazing. That is amazing. And hearing that GameStop isn't even going to provide a midnight release kind of pisses me off, okay? So I know the guy that works there, and I already finagled him a little bit. So let's just say I will be scoring some sweet gear. They got some sweet wall posters. You know those big GameStop. They're like 8 foot tall and 4 foot wide. He's going to hook me up with a couple of those, and maybe an employee polo T-shirt. And you know, I'm not going to wear it because I hate polo shirts. You know, that's a Sunday shirt, man. But yeah, hooking me up with some sweet gear, because I chewed him out. I said, dude, if you're not going to have a midnight release, that's shady, man. At least hook me up with some gear. You know, hook me up with some extra vouchers or something. Maybe I can hook up a few of my subscribers. And he went along with it. He said, yeah, I'll see what I can do. You know, since we're not having a midnight release, you know, J-Pot, I'll do that for you. I'm thinking, sweet, man. Don't you flank out on me now, damn it. But yeah, got to wrap up the gameplay. I hope you guys enjoyed this sweet gameplay. You know, Daedalus, he rocks, man. You rock, Data, you rock. But yeah, time to wrap it up. If you guys enjoyed this spoiler-free Last of Us discussion about the multiplayer and the single player, you know, hit that little like button, guys. It's greatly appreciated, because, you know, if you don't hit that like button, it tells me that nobody liked it. You know, especially I got a lot of troll bags out there that they probably don't even watch my video. They boot it up, dislike, and exit out, because that's the inclination I'm getting. But yeah, you can see this guy here. He repair torches us to death, blows us up. Look at this repair tool. Shady. But yeah, I'm out of here, man. Thanks for watching. Take it easy, guys. Peace out.